Originally announced in 2019 and scheduled to start in 2020 before being postponed, the next major refurbishment for Spaceship Earth was set to once again change the story for Epcot's flagship attraction. Almost the entire ride was to receive some modifications, with nearly half of the scenes completely replaced. But do we really know what those new scenes would have actually been like? Let's go over what was officially announced and what was rumored for the next update to Spaceship Earth. At the D23 Expo in 2019, then chairman of the Disney Parks, Bob Chapek, described what was happening at Epcot as the biggest transformation of any park that we've ever accomplished. And at the heart of the update, the park's icon, Spaceship Earth, was going to receive a massive refurbishment. As the main attraction for the newly named World Celebration area in the center of the front half of the park, Spaceship Earth's story and many of its scenes were set to receive major changes. The exit area for the ride would be removed to make way for the entry into the new Dreamer's Point. Dreamer's Point was announced to be an elevated area with a panoramic view of the park and a statue of Walt Disney. Dreamer's Point appears to still be on, according to recent press releases and the resort's 50th anniversary special on ABC, but all mentions of the Spaceship Earth update have been removed from the official websites and the Epcot experience inside the park. When the parks reopened to guests after closing due to the pandemic safety concerns last year, Disney said that the Spaceship Earth update was being postponed while they reevaluate their long-term project plans. It doesn't help that the attraction lost its sponsor in 2017 and has been operating without a sponsor for the first time since the park opened in 1982. Disney didn't give many official details when they announced the Spaceship Earth redo. They confirmed that the attraction would be receiving new narration and a new musical score. The ride was to remain a story through time. However, the theme was shifting to focus on the human experience and the art of storytelling. Disney was calling this new version of the ride, Spaceship Earth, our shared story. We were also introduced to a magical story light that was going to guide us on our journey through the attraction. The few pieces of officially released concept art appeared as though this would be achieved using different techniques, including projection mapping. Rumors had the first half of the attraction staying mostly intact with only minor changes, as has been the case in previous updates. But major changes were planned for the rest of the ride, beginning with the Industrial Revolution scene. Let's go through all of the rumored changes we thought we were going to see for this next iteration of Spaceship Earth. While very little of this has been confirmed at this time, there may be spoilers here in case they're accurate and if this project does get back into development. The ride was going to start with the birth of the Storylight, with the first storyteller telling tales by the fire itself transforming into the images that he's speaking into life. This Storylight would then move from scene to scene, taking a new form depending on the setting and the time period. Large sections of the backgrounds for each scene may have been carved out to give this Storylight more surface area to be projected on. The next scene, Egypt, would apparently focus more on the stories told through hieroglyphics rather than on papyrus. New projection mapping effects would make these hieroglyphics come to life around us in the scene. From official concept art, it appeared that the Phoenician scene would be replaced with Pacific Island storytellers, with a stingray spirit soaring across the night sky, not unlike what is seen in Disney's Moana. The Greek scholar scene would be reverted back to one that focuses more on theater, but instead of a Greek stage play being performed, this would feature a single storyteller speaking to a small audience about an epic tale which appears behind him in the storylight as he speaks. Many of the following scenes would only receive small updates, but would stay mostly the same, including Rome and the burning scene, the invention of the printing press, and the dawn of the Renaissance. Next, beginning with the Industrial Revolution, is where everything would be ripped out for something new. Shortly after the Sistine Chapel scene, The story would focus on the explosion of communication brought upon by the advent of electricity. Our storyline would change from things like smoke or constellations in previous scenes to beams of electricity, bringing with it stories from across the world. Similar to the existing power lines seen on the ride now, a much grander scene would be created to illustrate this pivotal moment in history. The story would then transition from analog storytelling, like radio and TV signals, to digital technologies. The storyline now appearing more like fiber optic digital lines branching across the globe. An explosion in new talent, no matter where you live or what economic background you come from, gives everyone equal footing in being able to tell their own story. The internet allows us all to share our storytelling abilities. There were also rumors for Walt Disney to be featured towards the end of the ride for being the ultimate storyteller, and he may have been set to appear during the Electrical Age section. But I believe that the ride was going to conclude with our own ability to share our personal human experience with others. Our view of Earth from space would have likely received some new technological updates to improve the projections as well. The ride's descent would also be updated, bringing back some more tangible scenery on either side of the vehicles. The onboard screen may have still played some part, but rumors are there would have been at least some new interesting scenery added along the way. Construction is continuing on the park's World Celebration area, but we're still not sure if Project Tomorrow at Spaceship Earth's exit will close for the building to be altered, or if they'll just build Dreamer's Point further out than originally planned and keep the post-show intact. Spaceship Earth will likely still need work to help keep its aging ride system running. Perhaps we could see a pared-down version of these plans instituted in time for Epcot's 40th anniversary next year in 2022. We'll keep our ears out in case Walt Disney World says anything at all, about this classic ride's next update. That's all for now, but if you'd like to take a bit of the parks home, check out SouvenirScents.com. They offer plenty of scents inspired by theme park attractions, including several from Epcot, like the baking bread smell from Ratatouille, all the scents from Soarin', and more on the way. Use promo code PARKSTOP10 to save 10% at SouvenirScents.com. Be sure to subscribe to never miss an update, and let me know in the comments who you would like to see as Spaceship Earth's next narrator. If you like what we do, consider joining our Patreon for extra content and early access. Thanks for watching. See you next time.